Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Ark of Goodwill. And let there be rights. Because today is the time where we are looking for a call to action to make human rights known to the unknown, to protect victims of abuse, to stand united for human rights. For we believe all human, all rights. But before that, let's begin with a song called No Longer Slaves by Tasha Cole.
Praise God! Can somebody give God a shout of praise tonight? Lift up your voices and give God a shout of praise tonight. I need every person who's walking in faith to lift up your voices and say it. I'm no longer a slave to fear. Every child of God, lift up your voices. Woo! 'Cause I'm no longer a slave to fear. Say it with me. 'Cause I am a child of God. One more time, say it. I'm no longer a slave to fear. For I am a child of God. You unravel me.
You unravel me
With a melody,
with a melody.
you surround me with a song. Come on, say it. Of deliverance,
Of deliverance
from my enemies,
from my enemies.
till all my fears are. Let's do that one more time. You unravel me, say it loud. You unravel me
You unravel me
with a melody.
with a melody.
You surround me with a song. Woo! Deliverance from my enemies,
From my enemies.
till all my fears. Now let's shout it out. Say, I'm no longer a slave. I'm no longer
I'm no
a
longer
slave to fear. Why? Because I am a child of God. Say it again. I'm no longer a slave to
not
fear.
a
For
slave.
I am a child.
For
I love this
am
next verse. It just
child
says,
of God.
from my mother's womb, you have chosen me.
My mother's womb,
You have called me by my name.
has called me by my name.
And I've been born again to your family. Hey! Your blood runs through my veins. You got it from my mother's womb. From my mother's womb.
From my
You have
mother's
chosen me. Your love. I've been born again to your family. Yeah.
Your family.
Your blood flows through my veins. I'm no longer a slave to fear. Shout it out, say it. For I am a child.
Tasha is this wonderful singer who sang the song No Longer Slaves. Tasha also was a very depressed young woman. And through it all, she knew that she is going to get out of it. And she did. And I do hope that this little testimony of Tasha will help all the victims of abuse who are going through some kind of depression that is making you hold back yourselves instead of going forward. I believe that this song will fill you with hope of deliverance. Deliverance from whatsoever you are going through. A few days ago, when I got to know about a case about a so-called holy man, a so-called highly influential man, a so-called highly powerful man. And why am I saying so-called? Because I really don't understand how people like us call men like them highly powerful, highly influential, highly holy. And do you know what this man did? He misappropriated certain scriptures and he began violating young girls every night. The young girls were so vulnerable. They had no idea. But they believed that whatsoever this so-called holy man is doing is wonderful. They are seduced by the way he narrates the scripture. They are seduced by the way he talks and by the way he looks. They become so blindfolded till they get to know that they are pregnant. And when they go with the news of their pregnancy to the so-called holy man, do you know what he does? He sends them to a doctor. Now the so-called holy man does not have a conscience, but the doctor had. He would keep the case of the girls confidential till one day he discovered that the women who were coming in with the cases to be aborted were violated by one and only one man. And that is the so-called very holy, highly influential, very powerful man. And he, of course, went up to the holy man and said, whatsoever you are doing is wrong, because one day the same thing is going to affect you. And it did. So now the so-called holy man is not only seducing the woman with infection. Where is the affection? Where is the holiness in all this? He kept violating and infecting every other young girl. And nobody took any call for action. Everybody was, keep it quiet. Do not tell anybody what has happened. It's going to bring shame upon the family. Till one young lawyer who was going to get engaged, he got to know that his going to be wife was also a victim of this so-called holy man. And he decides to break off the engagement. And as he breaks off the engagement, the young girl, full of shame and guilt, realizing what she had done was so wrong, well, all the while she thought what she did was right, she jumped into a well and committed suicide. And that is when this young lawyer takes the case upon himself. Now he's willing to fight tooth and nail for the justice of his wife. And as he was fighting tooth and nail for his wife, the word spread, and many such victims came forth. And this is the only reason why we must make human rights known, not in times of danger, but in good times too. So that such acts that are committed by pastors, priests, teachers, preachers, we can put an end to it. But how will we put an end to it when we ourselves do not know what human rights are? Are we still looking for somebody to jump into the well? Or are we the kind of people who will say, no, let's make it all well? And that is the only reason why all human must know all their rights. Do you know that it takes only 3 minutes to know what your human rights are all about? In 3 minutes, you will know how to save yourself. The lawyer was smart. He could fight because he knew what was his human right, and he also knew what are the rights that he could use from the legal system to pull up the so-called holy man. And of course, the holy man was punished. And that is the reason why we must take a call for action and give ourselves time to know what are the 30 human rights. So let's declare the 30 human rights. We are all born free and equal. Don't discriminate. The right to life. No slavery. No torture. You have your rights no matter where you go. We are all equal before the law. Your human rights are protected by law. No unfair detainment, the right to trial. We are always innocent till proven guilty. The right to privacy, freedom to move, the right to seek a safe place to live, the right to a nationality, marriage and family, the right to own your own things, freedom of thought, freedom of expression, the right to public assembly, the right to democracy, social security, workers' right, the right to play, food and shelter for all, the right to education, copyright, a free and a fair world, responsibility. No one can take away your human rights. No one can take away your human rights. I repeat, no one can take away your human rights. And just about a week ago, when another young woman who was also molested, when she showed up, I had to take some time to calm her down. And I then gave her the 30 human rights to declare. And I said, before we take action, I just want you to meditate on these 30 acts. Of course, in the beginning, she was frightened, she was nervous, her hands were shaking. But as she held the paper where the 30 human rights were written, I said, I want you to speak it out loudly as I am speaking. And from the first right to the last right, as she kept saying every right, you could see some kind of strength, her weakness being eliminated and strength given to her. And that's what human rights does. It empowers your heart, it empowers your mind, it empowers your soul, it empowers your circumstance, it empowers your situation. You may be highly depressed, but when you know your human rights, you become highly impressed. Because the next question that I ask, how many rights do you think have been violated just because you kept quiet? And then again, she glances at the 30 human rights. And she says, all the rights, all my rights are violated. I said, are you sure? She said, yes, ma'am. Are you ready to take action? Yes, ma'am. You're not going to be afraid. Yes, ma'am. And so, that young woman who walked in like a victim walked out with victory in her hands. And the name of the victory is the Declaration of Human Rights. And that is the only reason why I encourage you to share your human rights with your loved ones, your family, your friends, your relatives, in your workspaces, so that you will never ever be abused. In fact, you will be empowered to make the right decisions at the right places, at the right times, and bring in peace and tolerance and goodwill from your workplace to your home, and from your home to the world around. It's sad but true. When people violate your rights. And I would like to talk to you about the timeless words of Queen Esther. She is the great queen who says, "If I perish, I perish." These words are spoken with unwavering courage and steadfast faith, resonate across the ages, a testament to the power of righteousness and strength of a determined heart. Esther's declaration was more than a statement of bravery. It was an act of profound solidarity and trust that cause her, supported by her faith, would prevail. The first line in the Bible to the very last is a narrative dedicated to the building a kingdom of righteousness. This sacred text guides us on the path of justice, compassion, and integrity. As Christians, we have every reason to take pride in championing the cause of human rights, for it is a cause deeply embedded in our spiritual heritage. Consider the Cyrus cylinder, a remarkable artifact from antiquity inscribed by King Cyrus of Persia. This ancient tablet is often regarded as the first declaration of human rights, illustrating that the pursuit of justice and equality is not a modern invention but a timeless mandate. It underscores our responsibility to uphold and declare human rights, a task that resonates with our faith and values. Reflect on the profound work of Moses, who, through his divine guidance, inscribed the 10 Commandments. These commandments were not merely rules, but foundational principles meant to guide a just and moral society. Moses ensured that these laws were made known to all the people, and those who obeyed them were richly blessed. The legacy of these commandments continues to inspire us to seek justice and righteousness. Likewise, Ezra's efforts were instrumental in ensuring that the laws were not just heard, but understood and followed by the people. Under his leadership, not just individuals, but the entire kingdom prospered. His dedication serves as a powerful reminder that upholding divine laws and principles brings about communal prosperity and harmony. Human rights are akin to divine laws, a magnificent gift meant to yield a magnificent harvest. They are the bedrock upon which we build a society that respects the dignity and worth of every individual. Embracing and advocating for human rights is an investment in our collective future, one that promises abundance, blessing, and success. As we undertake this journey, let us draw strength from the promise of Revelation 21, verse 4. He will wipe away every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death, or mourning, or crying, or pain, for the old order of things has passed away. This divine assurance is a beacon of hope, affirming that our struggles are not in vain, that a brighter, just future is within our grasp. Now let us consider a thought-provoking statement. Did Esther perish? No, not at all. In fact, she became more beautiful, more well-known, more respected, more honored, because she believed what was right and made the right decisions. Her legacy teaches us that true courage and righteousness lead to a profounding and lasting honor. In the spirit of Queen Esther, we stand resolute as if we face challenges. We face them together. If we encounter obstacles, we overcome them with strength of our collective will. We will not be deterred, for we know that our cause is just, our purpose noble, and our determination unwavering. As we embark on this journey, let us remember that we are bearers of a sacred trust. We are voices of those who cannot speak, the advocates of those who are unheard, the defenders of those who are defenseless. Our commitment to human rights is a beacon of hope, a testament to the enduring power of goodwill and boundless potential of humanity. So let us set sail with courage in our hearts, solidarity in our action, and faith in our cause. Let us remember the words of Queen Esther and embrace her courage. Together we will navigate the seas of justice and bring the light of human rights to all the corners of the world. If we perish, we perish. But we do so knowing that we fought for a righteous cause, and that in itself is a victory. Consider this. Invest 3 minutes of your time to know the 30 human rights. This small act will empower you to roar into the shores of success, armed with knowledge that protects and uplifts all humanity. On the journey, the Ark of Goodwill is not just a voyage. It is a mission to cultivate peace, justice, and prosperity for all mankind. And when things go wrong in the world, a lot of people give me a call and ask, what is the action human rights is taking against the people who are violating? The first action that we take is to educate people what human rights is all about. That is the first way to protect victims of abuse. In the light of persistent issue of abuse by authority figures, so-called leaders, pastors, teachers, preachers, and others, it is imperative that we unite as a global community to safeguard the rights and dignity for all individuals, particularly the most vulnerable amongst us, children and women. We call upon the government, organizations, communities, and individuals to take immediate and decisive action to address and prevent abuse, support victims, and hold perpetrators accountable. We help to strengthen legal frameworks, adopt and enforce comprehensive laws. Governments must ensure the adoption and enforcement of laws that explicitly protect children and women from abuse. This includes stringent penalties for offenders and robust mechanisms for reporting and investigation. Ratify international conventions. Countries should ratify and implement international conventions such as the Convention of Human Rights of Child, CRC, the Convention on Eliminating All Forms of Discrimination Against Women, CEDAW, and the International Human Rights Summit, which takes place every year at the United Nations headquarters at New York. This is the Human Rights Summit, which is going to be held this July on the 18th and the 20th this year. So what exactly happens at the Human Rights Summit? The International Human Rights Summit serves as a platform for top human rights activists, dignitaries, officials, and youth to exchange ideas, develop plans, and forward a movement in the name of international peace. Youth for Human Rights International holds the summit with the purpose to bring education of UDHR, that is the United Declaration of Human Rights, to the forefront of academic attention as a medium to end the inhuman violations of these rights that plague our society. Since its inception in 2004, the Human Rights Summit has evolved into a venue to establish international partnership and friendship with delegates and officials from countries around the world. We also help to enhance awareness and education. Public awareness campaigns launch nationwide campaigns to raise awareness about the rights of victims, the signs of abuse, and the importance of reporting suspected abuse. Educational programs integrate human rights education into the school curriculums to empower children with the knowledge to recognize and report abuse. Train teachers, religious leaders, and community members on how to identify and respond to the signs of abuse. We also help to ensure access to support services, provide comprehensive support, establish fund services such as hotlines, counseling centers, legal aid, and shelters to provide victims of abuse are given adequate support. We create a safe reporting mechanism to ensure victims can report an abuse confidentially and safely without fear of retaliation and stigma. We also help to promote accountability and justice, conduct fair investigation. Authorities must conduct a thorough and impartial investigation into allegations of abuse, ensuring that justice is served, holding perpetrators accountable, ensuring those found guilty of abuse, regardless of their position or status, face appropriate legal consequences. Empower and protect victims. Inform victims of their rights. Educate victims about their rights and available resources to seek help and justice. Create support networks. Develop and strengthen support networks for victims, providing emotional, legal, and financial assistance. Foster a zero tolerance culture. Promote zero tolerance policies. Implement and enforce zero tolerance policies for abuse in all institutions, including schools, religious organizations, and workplaces. Encourage community involvement. Engage communities in proactive efforts to prevent abuse and support victims, fostering a culture of vigilance and compassion. Take global and local collaboration. Collaborate internationally. Governments and organizations should collaborate internationally to share best practices, resources, and strategies to combat abuse. Strengthen local initiatives. Support grassroots organizations and local initiatives dedicated to preventing abuse and aiding victims. We call upon everyone, governments, organizations, educators, religious leaders, and communities to join forces in creating a world where no child or woman suffers abuse at the hands of those meant to guide and protect them. By taking these actions, we can uphold the principles and practices of human rights, ensuring safety, dignity, and justice for all. In these challenging times, we stand together with you in solidarity. We want to remind you that no matter what adversity you face, there is always a glimmer of light at the end of the tunnel. As it is written in the book of Revelation, there will be no more death, no more mourning or crying or pain, for the old order of things has passed away. The days of sighing and cries will soon be behind us. You are not alone in this journey. There is a community of compassionate souls ready to support you and uplift you. On behalf of the Goodwill Foundation, we are dedicated to ensuring that your voices are heard and your rights are protected. To further this commitment, we are proud to announce the establishment of a human rights legal aid clinic. This clinic will provide much needed legal assistance to those whose human rights have been infringed upon and will work tirelessly to make human rights known to the unknown. However, to bring this vision, we need your support. We need you to be generous people to set the arc of rights and justice. Your contribution will help set up the clinic to ensure that justice prevails, allowing every individual to live with dignity and freedom.
Can somebody give God a shout of praise tonight? Lift up your voices and give God a shout of praise tonight. I need every person who's walking in faith to lift up your voices and say it. I'm no longer a slave to fear. Every child of God, lift up your voices. Woo! 'Cause I'm no longer a slave to fear. Say it with me. 'Cause I am a child of God. One more time, say it. I'm no longer a slave to fear. For I am a child of God. You unravel me with a melody. You surround me with a song. Come on, sing. Of deliverance from my enemies, till all my fears are. Let's do that one more time. You unravel me, say it loud. You unravel me with a melody. You surround me with a song. Woo! Deliverance from my enemies. Hey! Till all my fear. Now let's shout it out. Say I'm no longer a slave. I'm no longer a slave to fear. Why? Because I am a child of God. Say it again. I'm no longer a slave to fear. For I am a child. I love this next verse. It just says, from my mother's womb, you have chosen me. You have called me by my name. And I've been born again into your family. Hey! Your blood runs through my veins. You got it.